Jeff. Morning. Jeff, come on. Come say hello. What you doing? Trouble. Morning everyone, Thumbburn Fishing here. I just wanted to touch today about the Haines, owning the Haines Hunter, or owning a big boat, about what it costs, what do you got to do to own one? Is it worth it? Do you use it as much as you think you use it? So I've had this boat for always got to be around you. Oh, Bengal, look at her. Jeff, Ryan won't be happy you're trying to find bugs in there. Yeah, so whether a lot of people have the inception or whatever the word will be, I'm going to get this boat, I'm going to use it. 15 knots, 10 knots, that should handle the sea. It's going to just, we can fish all the time. Bullshit. No, you're not. It doesn't work like that. I've previously owned a 670 Quintrex offshore and a 630 Quintrex Spirit, and then I moved up and moved up. I wanted to get this nice glass boat because it's what I wanted to get. Just dreamed about to get one day and finally worked our way up to it. Yeah, I bought this boat from Melbourne sight unseen and got it shipped up to Queensland, and I got it checked over. It's immaculate condition. The boat has been since I bought it. It weighs in at 4.2 tonne, the way it sits. So that weighs in at 4.2 tonne, the way it sits. So if you think you're going to get a 760 around that, the brochure says, oh, I can tow it with my Land Cruiser. In North Queensland, we're pretty gifted to say that no one checks us out too much, but doesn't mean to say that you can do it. Doesn't mean to say it's right. So I used to tow at the Land Cruiser. I didn't realise how heavy it was until I took it to the local tip, which had a weighbridge, and yep, 4.2 tonne. So I wanted the Ram anyway, so I purchased the Ram. I was looking to get one anyway. It was time to upgrade. So if you think you're going to get something around the 7 metre mark and tow it with your Hilux 3.5 tonne or whatever you think you're getting, you're dreaming. You're absolutely dreaming. It won't tow it. It won't tow it. It's not made to tow it. Yeah, so this boat here, covered on cost. Let's get it straight from the start. I bought this boat for a family only event. I didn't buy it to take mates out. I take mates out, but I didn't buy it for that. I work 7 to 7, and I mainly always go if my family can go. If the boys can go and Rach can go or my dad can go or whoever. I wait for the weekend when the weather's down. They're the priority. I ask them first. And it happens if none of them can even usually go, well then I don't go. But I do. It doesn't stop me from going, but I just like taking the family. That's what it's about. It's a treat for all of us to go into. I don't treat this boat to catch fish at all. I go out for a trip. Now this boat with twin 150 Hondas, it uses a car leader for both motors. So, hang on. It uses a car leader for both motors. Now I've got mates with 250 Yamis and all that stuff, and they also use a car leader for a single motor. This is no worse on fuel than a 250 Yami on a 6.5 metre boat. They get a car leader. Most people get a car leader, and you can look. You can baby it and get a bit better. You can one of those guys. Oh, I can get 1.1 to 1.12. It's a car leader, no matter how you drive them. Nice and steady. If you flog it, you're gonna halve that in any boat. They guts fuel like you wouldn't believe. But I sit on about 42 kilometres an hour on this thing. The boat likes 42 k's an hour, calm or choppy. It likes that speed. I don't flog it, I don't bang it. I just drive it sensibly. That's how everyone, the passengers don't like getting flogged around. Wife doesn't like it, kids don't like it, I don't like it. So, to fill up this boat, I leave home here. See? Hey Jeff, you're back. See? She's got to follow you everywhere. To fill up this boat, it's got a 500 litre tank, and it gets a car litre. So in most trips I do 250 litres, 250 up to 300 litres. So that's, I get a car litre, about 300 kilometre run. And the price of fuel, up to $2 a litre, double it, 600 bucks before we've even left home to fill it up. And then we've got ice. If you buy ice, you've got 10, 12 bags in a 300 litre esky. You've got bait, 30 bucks a box. And you've got a couple of beers if you like a couple of beers. You've got food if you want to take a few sandwiches. And it all adds up. We get no change out of a day or an over trip, $800 to $1,000. That's what it costs to run this boat on a day trip without the car. So thinking about what you're earning, and I've got a fair few friends with big boats like this, and everyone's the same. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what people say about, oh, it's cheap to run. That's what it costs. And we go overnight because we enjoy overnight. We enjoy pulling up on, say, on the reef, Great Barrier Reef. We like waking up, the sun's just coming up. It's just a treat for everyone. Everyone enjoys waking up thinking, what are we going to do today? Where are we going to go? Or late in the afternoon when the sun's going down, we've anchored up, and we just, everyone's got a line down, and maybe having a beer, we'll anchor up, or whatever. So it's cook a nice big feed up. Yeah, so we do it as a treat. I don't expect to fill up fish. I didn't buy the boat to catch fish. I didn't buy the boat to fill up the fish. I like catching fish, but our last trip, we got one legal nanagai for a day trip. Heaps of small stuff, one legal but then you can go the trip before and you might get 12 or 15 really nice big large ones. So it is what it is, and I treat it exactly that way. I don't expect to get fish, and if I do, it's a good trip. It's to go out with the family, me dad, me mum, me sister, whoever wants to come. Try and load them all in, but we like, if they want it, like, we only take 4, maybe 5. Only like 4, 1 for each corner. That's how we roll. 5's just someone can drive and the other person fishes. It's not you can't do any more than that. It's not viable. It's a pain in the ass. 3's even better. But yeah, that's what it costs to fuel and run a boat. Then you got insurance on top if you pay that yearly. And then you've got maintenance of the trailer, the brakes, maintenance of the boat. Right here now today, one of the nav lights has shit itself, so I'm putting new nav lights in. Batteries. This thing has 3 batteries at the rear. It's got 2 start batteries, 1 for each motor, and it has a house battery up the front. I've got another battery that runs off a DC charger running the fridge and the fans. So I can run the fans all night off that battery, and it doesn't affect the boat whatsoever. The house batteries run the lights, so I can leave those going for as long as I want. It doesn't affect the start batteries. That's just how most boats will be wired up. Yeah, so I just want to touch on owning a big boat, what it costs, and I think, a lot of people think, when I first bought this boat, I was using it heaps. What time you got? Like, I'm into bikes, I'm into camping, I'm into barra fishing, so we don't use this a hell of a lot no more. Sometimes a couple of times a year, sometimes last year I used it once, that was it. And the year before that, probably 5, 6 times. And that's all you're gonna use them, between the weather coming down and everyone lines up, having the money available just to go waste for that week, and no bills and everything. I'm no different than anyone else. I pay for this, I do it all. If you had to pay for you have to pay this boat off, they're about $160,000 or something. If you had to pay this boat off, as well as fueling up every week, you'd be trying to justify using it every week. I actually fortunate enough to own this boat, so I'm not paying off, so it doesn't hurt me to sit it here. But if you're paying it off $400 or $500 a week or a fortnight, plus trying to use it, you'd be feeling like you're not using it, and you're paying wasted money. So I worked my way up to this boat, so over the years, and like I said, I own it, so it can sit here, and I don't feel like I'm obliged to have to use it. So I know in the previous, where you're paying something off, you think, oh, I don't use it, it's wasting money. Well, that is the case. And so, and yeah, anyway, so I just want to touch on owning the big boat, everyone. If you want to just know what it costs just to seriously run a big Haines Hunter, or anything over 6.5 meters, towing it, using it. Yeah, anyway, it's not all bloody smiles, I can tell you that. It is when you're out there, and some trips are just shit, and you get disappointed. But don't look at it as disappointed. you're still out there doing it. So you only got one go at this life. Make the best of it. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. All right.